Hey everybody, Ed Homewood, Old Guy Hi-Fi channel. I hope everyone's doing well today. Happy holidays. Today is going to be a quick overview of my best products for 2024 based on price categories. So sit back, relax, and we'll get started.
Santa's got a sound system too. Old Guy Hi-Fi knows just what to do. Families gather with holiday cheer. Every smiling face, oh so dear.
Well, the list you've all been waiting for, the much anticipated, anxiously awaited for, Old Guy Hi-Fi best products of 2024 list. This was fun putting it together. Hopefully you have a good time. It is based on price, and under that price category, they're in no particular order. There's no better, best, or whatever on that. And by the way, full disclosure, all of these products, if there are an affiliate link available for them, it will be in the video description if you are interested. So let's start out with the first product. A product I really like and I did a review on, the Duke Audio K5. It's a wonderful little headphone amp, DAC, preamp. I mean, it's a nice little Swiss Army knife of a box for 80 bucks. Bass and treble controls, you know, high and low gain for the headphones. It's got a 3.5 millimeter and a 1/4 inch jack on it. You can use it as a preamp to run an outboard, couple of little monoblock amps. Small footprint, really easy to accommodate. Again, the Duke Audio K5 at 80 bucks. Well, the next one is so popular. It is the SMSL SU1. This is a lovely little basic small DAC that, you know, punches above its weight as far as performance goes. It uses the AKM 4493S chip, which is the 5-volt mobile version. It is wonderful sounding. For 80 bucks, it is absolutely a huge Best Buy. The next one I'm going to recommend is going to be a bit controversial. It is the SMSL PO100 Pro Reclocker DDC, digital converter. This is a wonderful box. I think it makes a big difference. I've used it on lots of decks, even really expensive ones. It cleans the signal up. If you want to find out more, I'll have a review coming up before the end of the year, but you can go see Randy Messman, the Cheap Audio Man's channel. We did a live stream. He and I did a live stream where we talked about this a little bit in depth and what it does. So again, the SMSL PO100 Pro DDC, very nice. Well, the next category is going to be the under $200 category. And the first product, this has been a real darling this year. It's the FIO K11 R2R. It's a lovely little R2R DAC, headphone amp, and preamp. It's really nice, $160. It really sounds wonderful. It's got that nice warm R2R sound to it, but it's a very good headphone amp with a single-ended 1/4 inch and a balanced 4.4 millimeter output on it. It drove all the headphones I plugged into it just fine. Easy to use, small footprint, nice display, really nice, and can be a preamp as well. Lovely piece at 160 bucks. The next one I'm going to recommend, and I really like these. You haven't seen the review yet, but it will be out before the end of the year. It's the Sivka Robin headphones at 150 bucks. These are absolutely kind of a little luxurious product. They have a really soft, they're super comfortable, but the ear pads are so comfortable. They're super lightweight. They have a really good sound, a little bit of a V-shaped curve to them, but really pleasant. As I said, really comfortable, really good clamp force, really soft pads, highly recommended, available in 2 different colors. The Sivka Robin, very nice headphone. The next one is going to be another really curious DAC, the Duke Audio Q11, and this is the DAC with the 2 DAC chips in it, one from ESS and one from AKM. This is a fun piece. It's a preamp too, no headphone amp, but has remote control, so you can use it remote controlling. The DACs sound wonderful. You can swap op amps in it. I did a full video on it. You'll see it pop up here in the window. Really nice piece, a lot of fun. I still use it frequently. Really cool little piece, the DAC Q11 from Duke Audio. The next one is, this one is a darling. I think it's probably made everybody's best of list for 2024. The FIO FT1 headphones. Wonderful sounding closed back dynamic driver headphone. Super comfortable, really good sound. Very good sound. Very full range, good bass, good everything about them. I really liked them a lot. The FIO FT1 headphones. Well, the next category is going to be the under $300 range. And the first one is going to be the venerable Hifi Sandara headphones. Planar magnetic open back with the Hifi stealth magnets. This is a great headphone. They've come down in price over the last couple of years. They're now at $279. Wonderful headphones, super comfortable, great sonics, just beautiful. I did do a review on it. You'll see a link pop up there. Really nice, highly recommended. The next one, another pair of headphones, the Pharaoh FT1 Pro. Now, these I think are only available right now for pre-order from headphones.com and Amazon, but I just dropped a review on them. Wonderful open back planar magnetic headphone for $200. It is a really good performer. It gets really close to the Sundaras for less money for what it's worth. Really like that headphone a lot. Super comfortable. Comes with balanced cables. Comes with a carry case. Really, really nice. The Pharaoh FT1 Pro at $200. The next one is kind of a darling this year. It is the Fozzy Audio ZD3 DAC. Now, this is, and I did a review on it. You'll see the link up there. This was the first ESS Sabre chip-based DAC that I actually warmed up to in many, many years. Now, it uses a new DAC chip, the Sabre 9039 Pro, which is one of their new hybrid multi-bit current-based DAC chips, which is what I'm a big favor of in the AKM lineup. Really nice piece, good features, great sound quality, good build quality. You can roll op amps, and I did. And you know, there's a lot of op amps you can try. I had good success with the Sparkos 3602s and with the, I think they're the SV52Bs, the little generic $16, $18 ones I got on AliExpress. There'll be links in the video description. Great DAC for the money. The next one is another great DAC for the money, and it's the Shelly J2, the standard J2. AK4493. This uses the 4493 EQ chip, which is the big brother to what the SU1 uses. This is a great DAC for a beginner. If you don't need USB, at $250, this thing punches above its weight. I know they're not pretty, they're not much to look at, but what they lack in cosmetics, they make up for in sonic quality. Just an amazing little DAC for $250. Highly recommended, highly recommended. The next one is going to be a bit different. It's going to be a phono cartridge, and this is my go-to phono cartridge at under $300, at $299, the Audio-Technica VM540ML, and at $299 price is it mounted on a head shell already from the factory. I highly recommend you consider it. It's already mounted properly, it's aligned properly, it's ready to go. Plug it in, set your weight, set your tracking, you're all done. This is a magnificent, now the ML stands for microline, so it is one of Audio-Technica's best needle profiles. This extracts a ton of music out of your vinyl. Very highly recommended. Again, the Audio-Technica VM540ML. Well, the next category is going to be under $500, and this is a pretty rich category. There's a lot of stuff here. So the first one that falls into this category is the Pharaoh FT5 headphones at $450. These are my favorite headphones of the year, period. They're not inexpensive, but man alive, are they beautiful. They're beautiful to listen to. They're comfortable. They come with a couple sets of ear pads. They come with a beautiful leather carry case. They come with all the cables and cords you'd ever want. They sound magnificent. Great bass, great, just everything about them. Pushed all the right buttons for me. I loved them. You saw I did a review on them. The Pharaoh FT5's great one. Now, the next one is a super cool, really interesting product. It's a Hifi EF400 headphone amp DAC. Now, and it's not a preamp. It's just a headphone amp and a DAC, but it's got outputs. So the thing about this, the EF400, it is one of Hifi's Himalaya ladder DACs, a full-blown resistor ladder DAC, fully balanced, built-in power supply. This thing is a weighty little beast. It's come down a ton of price. It is now at $399, and I've had this in my big system just as a DAC. Really, really nice. It is a headphone amp. It'll put out upwards of 4 watts. Really good, really nice, dynamic, clean, but it's got that R2R sound I really, really like. So at $399, it's a great headphone amp with a wonderful DAC, or it's a really cool DAC with a really wonderful headphone amp. You can go either way with it, but it cannot be a preamp, and it only takes USB in, just as a word of warning. But highly recommended at $399. The next one is going to be one I just recently did, and it's absolutely my favorite of the year, little Class D desktop amp. It is the 3E Audio A7. This little bad boy punches way above its weight at $300. There was something about it that caught my ear right out of the box. And you can roll op amps in it, and I did, and it did make it sound better. I ultimately settled, since the review, on the Burr Brown, I forget what number, I'll put it down here. Burr Brown DAC chips in that front end, and I put the regular stock 5532 NI back into the balanced area in the back. If you watch the video, you'll know what I'm talking about. But again, this thing's got great sonics, really clean, very dynamic, doesn't have any of that Class D glare that you normally associate with this kind of inexpensive fun-fi category product. Just remarkable sounding. Highly, highly recommended. The 3E Audio A7 at $300, and that includes the 48 volt 10 amp power supply. The next one is one of my go-to DACs. Again, I'm sorry, the Gishelli J2S, the socketed version with the AKM 4499-4191 hybrid multi-bit chipset in it. This one you can roll op amps in. Out of the box with a stock TI op amps, it sounds wonderful. And anybody who's looking at those kinds of DACs, or any DAC or any product you can swap op amps in, pro tip, listen to it for 90 or 120 days before you do any op amp swapping. Get used to the sound so that when you make a change, you'll be able to identify that there was a change, and you can determine at that point whether it's better or not, or just the same. Anyway, the J2S is wonderful. I've run it with a bunch of different op amps in it. My go-to configuration is with the Sparkos 3602s on balanced, and I did have a 2590 on the single-ended, but the DAC was running a little bit hot, so I put the 3602 back in, and sonically it was so close that I think I'm happy with the 3602 in there all the time anyway. So again, the Gishelli J2S, the way mine is configured, it runs let me look here real quick. It runs $430 because I do have USB in it. The next one is going to be, oh man, these are my little desktop darlings of the year. The Philharmonic True Mini Monitor. You haven't seen the review yet. You've seen them appear in a couple of videos. The little desktop, they're little blue speakers. They're a little two-way, 4-inch. I'm telling you, these things are solid as a rock. That is a truly high-end desktop speaker or very small near-field monitor on a stand. I've used them that way. Wonderful sound quality, really good build quality, just excellent, great drivers. There'll be a review soon. I'm really enamored with these, and at $380 for the pair, they definitely punch way above their weight class. I would say that, and I only heard them briefly, I like the sound of these better than the Sound Artist LS35A clone. The Philharmonic True Mini Monitor, $380 for the blue ones, just remarkable, highly recommended. The next one's going to fall in right at $500, and it is going to be the Fluence RT85, my go-to turntable. I love this turntable. I don't think you can do much better for the money. If you don't need the acrylic platter, you can go down a little bit, save $50 and go with the RT84. I'm not a fan of Audiophile cartridges, so I got rid of those right away. Actually, if you wanted to do like an RT83, which I think comes with the Audio-Technica AT95, that's a nice cartridge. I prefer it over the OM Red for sure. But anyway, the 84 or 85 at $450 or $500, great turntable. You can get a good cartridge like the Audio-Technica, I recommend it, and you're all set. Really, really good. Now, keep in mind, these turntables don't have built-in phono preamps. That's okay. There's a great phono preamp I did a review on from Duke Audio called, I think, the ST13. There'll be a link in the video description for it. Great little phono preamp. It's got meters. Really, really nice. So the last one in this list is just an absolute perennial favorite of mine. It is a piece of gear I use almost in every review. It is a workhorse for me. It is a benchmark product for me. It is, for me, under $1,000, the best product in its category, and that is the Cambridge Audio MXN10 Streamer DAC. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't use the DAC in it very often. I use it primarily as a digital transport, just as a streamer. It sounds wonderful. It has the exact same Stream Magic 4 module that the CXA or CXN 100 at $1,100 has. It's not a DAC that you can plug stuff into. It's just got a DAC that's got output on it, but it sounds remarkable, and the Stream Magic software is absolutely the best in the business. It's not fancy, but it gets the job done, and it's easy, and it's quick, and sonically, I think this is the best streamer under $1,000, and at $399, it's an absolute steal. They've lowered the price for Christmas holiday. Again, the Cambridge Audio MXN10, one of my absolute standout go-to favorite pieces of the year. Well, the next category is going to be items under $1,000, and these are my favorites for 2024. The first one is an easy one. At $529, it's the FIO K9 AKM headphone amp DAC preamp. Wonderful piece. This thing is sonically is amazing. It's got that AKM 4499 chipset in it, which I love dearly. It has got a built-in linear power supply. It has all the proper build quality. It is just built like a tank. $529. You'd be surprised how, I mean, it's built like something that might cost $800 or $900. Wonderful. It's got a line in, so I've got a viewer that uses it as a preamp, runs out to a couple little mono blocks, but he plugs a turntable preamp into the FIO and he can switch in and out of it. It's got Bluetooth, all the right codecs. Sonically, it's absolutely superior. It's fully balanced outs, single-ended outs. Just an amazing piece. I did a review on it. You'll see a link for it up there. The FIO K9 AKM, it's my daily driver on the desktop for headphones and for preamp. The next one is a piece that I just love to death and is just, oh man, I wish I could have kept it. It's the Advanced Paris XI75 integrated amplifier at $999. This thing is remarkable. It's got a great built-in DAC. It's got a great built-in phono preamp. It is a Class A/B amp, and it has the high bias option Advanced Paris is very famous for. It is the right kind of build quality. It is through-hole technology. I did a full review on it. It's actually probably, I think, my most popular video so far. It is a piece that's garnered a ton of interest because at $1,000 for integrated amplifier, nothing can touch it. Nothing can touch it. It is remarkable. So the Advanced Paris XI75. The next one I'm going to recommend is another headphone amp, and it is the Sparkos Gemini headphone amp, and it is $995. It's not an inexpensive unit. It is wonderful. It's a fully discrete headphone amp, no capacitors in the signal path at all. It has a tube buffer. It's got high and low gain. It's got some dip switches inside or some jumpers inside. You can configure it. It is a single-ended out on 1/4 inch and balanced out on XLR. One in, one out. You can use it as a preamp. It's got an Alps Blue Velvet pod in it. And it sounds wonderful. And you can tube roll. And I have rolled from the stock tube, and I forget what it is, I'll put it down here, to a 12BH7, which is a very legendary kind of Macintosh favorite tube. Boy, does it have a rich harmonic character to it. It's just a lovely piece to listen to. If you've got headphones that are a little harsh sounding or a source that's a little harsh sounding, the Gemini will round off the corners really nicely and just give you that smooth, wonderful sound. Sparkos Gemini headphone amp at $995. The next one is going to kind of surprise you, I think, and it is the SMSL D400 Pro DAC preamp. Now, I don't recommend a lot of topping or SMSL DACs in this price category. It's $619. It's not inexpensive. But again, this has, you'll see a theme here. This has the AKM 4499 dual hybrid multi-bit chipset in it, and it sounds really good, and it's built really well, and it's fully balanced. It's got the, a good high-end power supply in it. It's got all the right goes intos and goes out is on it. It does have Bluetooth in it if you want. As I said, it can be a preamp, so it's got remote volume. It's got a bunch of different filters and EQs and things like that, which I played with a little bit, but didn't notice much of a difference on. I typically don't on those. But it's got that wonderful AKM sound. Again, the SMSL D400 Pro at $619, highly recommended as a DAC, and build quality is excellent on it. The next one is going to be, and this is not going to be any surprise to anybody who knows me, it's the Cambridge AXR100 receiver. This at $599 is an absolute monster. It punches way above its weight. It's got an amazing sound quality. It's got a great phono preamp. It's got a really wonderful Wolfson DAC chip-based DAC into it with a coax and optical in. Doesn't have a ton of features, but boy, it just sonically is outstanding. It is really, really good. And I think at $599, it's an absolute steal. Everybody that has commented that bought one and told me about it has absolutely loved it. So again, the Cambridge AXR100, $599. It's an awesome piece. So next category. Well, at under $3,000, we're going to start off with the Live Harmony DAC. Now, this is the best DAC I've heard all year. Probably the best DAC I've ever heard, honestly. At $2,700, it's not inexpensive. It is a full-blown R-to-R ladder DAC. I did a full review on it. You'll see a link up here. It is remarkable. It's remarkable sounding. It's a remarkable build quality. It's a remarkable experience to interface with and just work with, and sonically, nothing's come close so far this year. So again, the Live Harmony at $2,700, awesome, awesome piece. The next one I'm going to recommend is actually my go-to kind of reference speakers, and that is the Wharfedale Diamond 12.4. It's at $1,300 for the pair. They are a remarkable speaker. Now, I am a big advocate and proponent of the fact that speakers will scale up probably more than any other hi-fi product. I've had these Wharfedales on $11,000 amplifiers, and I'll tell you what, they rose to the occasion. So did some other speakers. Speakers can scale up. I'm a source first guy, so yeah, speakers are the last part of the chain. A good pair of speakers will scale. And anyway, I think the Wharfedale Diamond 12.4s, it is a large tower if you can accommodate it. Sonically, they're just absolutely amazing, just wonderful. Really highly recommended. The next product I'm going to recommend is a favorite of mine, and I actually put it back into the system. It is the Advanced Paris A7 Streaming Integrated Amplifier. This is a unique piece, really great sound quality. It's got that Advanced Paris sound. It's got that high bias switch on the back. It is 115 watts a channel, full class AB, all through hole build technology, which I really like. Got a great built-in DAC, got a great built-in moving magnet, or moving coil low output, or moving coil high output phono preamp. Got tons of goes intas and goes outas on it. You know, just a wonderful, wonderful piece. Really good build quality, great sonics, and a built-in streamer. And please watch the review. You'll recognize the software interface that they use for the streamer. Very popular one. And it works really well and just sonically sounds great. The next one's going to be a wonderful little pair of bookshelf speakers that I reviewed this year, and that is the Dali Opticon 2 Mark II, little 6-inch two-way stand mount speakers. Very, very good sound, amazing imaging, very full range, but they stood out with a good, smooth, really detailed sound. I did a review of them. Just remarkable. At $1,500 for the pair, they are outstanding. They were great in a big room. They could fill a big room. They were great near field. I actually preferred them in the big room. They rose to the occasion with everything I plugged into them. Just a beautiful sounding speaker. The Dali Opticon 2 Mark II, really, really nice. The next one I'm going to recommend, and this won't be any surprise to anybody, is the Cambridge Audio CXA81 Mark II. This is a workhorse of an amplifier, really powerful, very well constructed, great sounding. It is not without its flaws. What it lacks in features, it makes up for in robustness and sound quality and drive and dynamics. It doesn't have a phono preamp, and it probably should. It doesn't have tone controls, and it probably should. It doesn't have a display and volume control display, which it probably should. But I'm telling you, once you put it in your system and you start listening to it, those things kind of fade away. It's just got a great sound to it, great built-in DAC, really, really nice piece, very robust, very powerful, drive anything. Cambridge Audio, CXA81 at $1,200, nice piece. The next one's going to be no surprise, and this is going to be one you guys are going to see a review on that is going to be, I've actually already done a review on it, but I'm going to re-review it because some things have changed. It is the Geshelli Daisy DAC. What's changed? Well, I've got 8 Sparkos 2590s in it, and I've got a really nice, very affordable linear power supply hooked up to it, and I've got it hooked up right now to an $8,000 linear tube audio Z40 integrated amplifier, running into a $6,000 pair of Opera Calais stand mount speakers. And I'm telling you what, this thing is getting close to being one of the best DACs I've ever heard, configured this way. And granted, we're getting upwards of, $1,800, $1,800 all in on this one. But this is remarkable. Look for this review. This one it's really unique. And if you have a Daisy, you're going to want to see this, and if you're not, it may be something you can consider. The base price for the Daisy is about $1,200, but again, the way I've got it configured, it's much more expensive than that, but wowzers, does it sound good. All right, next category. Well, the next category is going to be an interesting one. It is going to be the under $8,000 price category, and actually, I've got some good stuff in here. The first one shouldn't be any surprise to anybody. At $3,000, it is the Cambridge EVO 150. This is my go-to. This is my everyday. This is my daily driver. This is when I want to just want to listen and do it for personal reasons or whatever, or I'm diving in and exploring music. The Cambridge EVO 150 is one of my go-tos. It is a benchmark for me. Honestly, it is the amp I compare everything else to. It sounds that good to me. Yes, there are more expensive amps that do sound better, but as an all-in-one streamer with all the features, and it goes intas and goes outas and a phono preamp and sub out, multiple speaker out, balanced inputs, all that stuff. At $3,000, I'm not sure there's anything that can touch it. Actually, I can guarantee you that there's nothing that can touch it. It is absolutely the best $3,000 streaming integrated there is, period, bar none. Well, isn't that a surprise? So the next one I want to talk about, and these were wonderful to have in here, and I did a review of them, and I've done a review on all of these, by the way, is the Triangle Magellan Duetto 40th anniversary stand mount speakers at $7,000. Remarkable speaker, is absolutely excellent sounding. Now I have another pair in here, an Italian pair. These are French. I have an Italian pair of speakers in the Opera Audiophile 6.5-inch stand mount speakers. They're a little less expensive. The triangles are amazing. They image just, oh my goodness, they vanished. They make bass. They're big and they're beautiful, and it's just a wonderful sound. But on certain recordings with certain equipment, the magnesium dome horn-loaded tweeter can get a little exciting. The Operas don't do that. And again, that review probably won't make it out this year, but I love the triangles. $7,000. They're an absolute work of art. One of the best speakers I've ever heard at under $10,000. The Triangle Magellan Duetto 40th, just absolutely remarkable. The next one is going to be a video that actually came out today when I'm recording this, was the Black Ice Fusion F22. This tube integrated amplifier is absolutely remarkable. It uses that Jim Fosgate design Odyssey circuit in it. It is just a work of art. Everybody's going to ask, how did it compare against the Gallion TS 120 SE? If I was plunking down my money, I'll be dead honest with you, and Thomas will understand this, I would plunk it down on the Black Ice. I think it just is a remarkable sounding amplifier. Now, it doesn't do the Class A like the Gallion, but I don't care. It just sounds wonderful. It's well built. It's beautiful. Sonically, at $3,200 the way the one I have is configured, it's just remarkable. The guys at Jamie and Jared at Black Ice have been nice enough to let me hang on to it because they're going to send me one of their DACs, so look out for that. Black Ice Fusion F22 tube integrated. Man, oh man, is it a standout. Could be absolutely in the top 5 amplifiers I have ever heard. Just take that for what it's worth. The next one is going to be another one that's just remarkable tube hybrid amps, the Rouge Pharaoh 2. An amazing Hypex Encore Class D dual mono, fully balanced tube hybrid integrated amplifier using that Mu Follower long plate 12AU7 tube front end on it. At this piece at $4,000, it is absolutely a remarkable piece. Really well done. Very, very good. It is, without question, the best hybrid Class D, tube Class D amp I've heard so far. Just a wonderful sound. Really good build quality. It's not much to look at, but again, what it lacks in features and in cosmetics, it more than makes up for in sound. So highly recommended. Rouge Audio Pharaoh 2 at $4,000. Just a wonderful piece, and built here in the United States, just remarkable. So that wraps up my list of the best of 2024 by price. I'll probably do another video covering some, like my very best products of the year, but I think you got a hint in this list here. Just remarkable. It's been a wonderful year. Guys, thank you so much. The best part of 2024 so far has been all of you, the viewers, my channel members, everybody that is contributed and comments. I love the comments. I apologize. I'm getting so many, and I'm getting so many views, and it's getting very, very difficult to respond to each comment personally. I try to respond to everyone. I read every one of them. If you guys are asking questions and you're asking for advice, how does an NAD amplifier sound with a B&W speaker? If I haven't reviewed it, I'm not going to have any information for you. And again, I'm not going to bullshit you and make something up just to sound like I know what more than I do. If I don't know, I don't know, and I'll let you know. But again, if you're asking about a product I've reviewed, then yes, I can probably lend some help. But the comments, again, I appreciate them. Keep them brief, to the point. Tell me about the music I share. I love to share music with you guys, and I'm getting so many positive responses about that. It's just really wonderful. Again, so the best part of 2024 for me has been all of you, and I can't thank you all enough. Anyway, Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you'd be willing to give me a like and a subscribe. And if you want to, you can support the channel. There's the thank you button at the bottom of the video window if you're watching on a portable device or your computer. There's also a membership link in the pinned comment and in the video description. There will be affiliate links for all of these products if I have an affiliation with them in the video description, in lieu of all the other affiliate links that are in there. I've got some playlists in there. Please let me know. As I said, comment. Let me know your thoughts about things. I don't know if I have anything more to say. Please like, subscribe, comment. You can follow me on Instagram if you want to. My name is Ed Holman. This is the Old Guy Hi-Fi channel saying thank you so very much for a wonderful 2024. And I wish you and your family and all your loved ones the happiest of holiday seasons. Thank you so very much.
Old guy hi-fi talking true. Stereo dreams he shares with you. Feel the rhythms break through. Music's heart.